per game, and it was the normal it was the normal way of doing things. But right now, it just really says a lot on how the funnel strategy affected us all. Everyone has a good idea on how to control the buffs, just because for that certain amount of time during that meta was up, everyone was required to contest. Everyone was required to contest. It wasn't really a matter of do you want to do it? It was a matter of you need to do it, because if you don't do it, you just lose the game straight up.
And you have to remember that the recent update for Mlbb accounts for their frontline as well for the Grok, right? And that's a lot of that, especially because the buff on the Grok falls on the side of the power of nature. And that's not just single target damage, that's the power of nature. That's a skill, a kit designed for wave clearing. So experience is a bit accelerated on teams that has Grok, especially if you accompany this Grok, right?
Yeah. I mean,
so and not to mention other updates as well. Observing the other updates as well. Even though I keep on playing the other game, I also read the patch notes. You know, but it does look like the recent patch notes added a lot of damage numbers into the map, and damage in the map means faster games.
It really says a lot, and it will do a lot for this certain meta. Let's check how will this unfold. H2WOO will pick that Aldo, and it is going to be interesting. We haven't seen an Aldous pick in quite some time.
It's gonna be very exciting.
If stacking heroes are a thing, then probably Sicilian will be a great fit for this certain meta. But let's check.
Although it's contradicting on what we discussed earlier, but hold that up, ladies and gentlemen. Jeps here once more tries to dodge something with the Thorn Drones, but of course H2WOO, it's H2WOO, bro. He has the meta to actually time properly after the Thorn Drones puts the punch in the face of that Lancelot. And there's another flicker. He went for the flicker. He tried tagging someone, Alright. You saw that in the camera, but the Aldous tried to punch another one.
I mean, Aldo in the early game, he just prioritizes those stacks. And if he can get those early stacks from killing enemy heroes, he would give his life 100%.
Yeah.
It's not like your respawn timer is as high as 30 seconds. So you just do it for the sake of it. You just do it for the hell of it.
My curiosity to do is, again, before the team fight happened on that part, it's actually contradicting to what we said, because the Aldous requires a longer game,
Yeah.
The Aldous requires a longer game. So this is where I'm curious. I think NXP is once again experimenting on something on the aspect of on a meta that has been shortened theoretically and on paper. Can we drag out the game to have an effective and scaling Aldous, right?
I mean, you don't really have to put all your eggs into one basket. So other lanes can do that as well, and you can just win from that. And it really looks like the Aldo is quite an insurance, if you ask me.
Yeah, the insurance. Okay.
Yeah,
so it's not necessarily the Aldous that can make can give the win, right? It's just like a safety net for the late game.
Yes, it's a safety net. And here's what's interesting. We forgot about this safety net for the longest time, just because every single mid hero was a safety net in its own.
Yes. We forgot about that kind of meta, right?
Yeah. It's an insurance, and H2WOO, he's gonna play this like a champ, as we all know, and they're just gonna go for that certain pick off into the top lane. Eremi here will get latched. H2WOO will get the stacks, and that is going to be another set of stacks for H2WOO. Things are looking great for this guy, and he's just happy that he's stacking on those stacks. Stacking on those stacks, wow.
Yeah, very interesting funnel there coming in from the Aldous, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, because we don't see that much Aldous in any tournament, actually, right? For the most part, we're seeing him only in amateur tournament. I already forgot what is the heavy counter for the Aldous. What kind of rotation, right? What is the
usually
counter for Aldous?
going for a 5-man. Going for 5-man.
Go for 5 mans, right?
If you go for 5-man, he cannot duel anyone 1v1, because Aldous with average stacks, I'm not saying high stacks, average stacks, is already a king in 1v1. He has invulnerability. He cannot be stunned that easily, and you get the extra damage just by pressing the first skill, which has about like 3 seconds of cooldown, and you're already gonna win the fight. But if you go 5-man and you intercept him, he's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, but the problem here is it's not just Aldous on the 5-man, right? You can a 5-man banks on the idea that Aldous is solo or tries to go in late as he is really prioritizing getting that farm in. But we have an Angela. We have the Angela here for the side of the Aldous. So I feel like H2O here, it's a given. Yeah, you need to farm. If you're an Aldous, you need to rotate properly if you're an Aldous. But I think H2O might be joining the party earlier than the usual Aldous that we see. Ultimate activated. Chase Fate. Let's see here. It's casted towards the Lancelot. And he will commit to the dive. Look at that. Under turret, ladies and gentlemen, using the Angela. It's gonna be Chester here. Focus and still a mega kill is secured by H2WOO. Wow.
Aldo here isn't really the safety net. I think he's the early game carry with all the stacks that he has. On his belt. I think it's really now time for H2O to just win this. Look at his items. He only has the Raptor Machete.
Indeed. All right, let us observe. Yep.
Yeah, Azure Blade as well for the extra mana regeneration, but aside from that, it doesn't really do anything. H2O is here. Oh, look at that damage dash!
Yep. Lots of damage coming in from H2WOO into the face of Jeps here. Already unstoppable. Here comes PNK. Sending the dog here. A few crowd control into the face of H2WOO. It doesn't matter though. We have the Grak. Gets cracked here by the kick of the Cho. Under the turret though. It's gonna be the PNK still securing another kill. H2WOO casting the Chase Fate. It doesn't matter. He will cancel that one. Not gonna be committing into a third tower dive. I just forgot we are still into the early part of this game, and it does look like NXP is not really prioritizing to go for the push. They've been taking brawl fights, really, brawl fights against sadistic gods here.
I mean, if you have a stacking hero that becomes your mid-game insurance rather than your late game insurance, you just go for it just because you have this hero that can bully out everyone coming into the mid-game. And if you get to that point at the mid-game, it might be a one-hit for a Lancelot. Indeed. If this is gonna keep on, if this is gonna continue.
Yep, alright, it will be the Glorious Pathway casted under the turret. And again, Chester, still no respect for the damage of this turret. This is gonna be an issue for the running patch. Look at that, as long as the turret is not hitting H2WOO, nobody is safe. But look at the damage, look at the moves, and that's how you do it. H2WOO with this Aldous already scaling heavily to the game. KDA of 701.
It really looks like it really looks like that this Aldo will be somewhat of the burst. This is another type of funnel, to be honest. It's not the funnel of gold, it's the funnel where you put all the kills in a silver platter. You do not really help this guy, get the farm. You just help him, and you just serve anything that you can serve to this Aldo, get his stacks early, then probably he will carry you into the early game. MB here biting off more than he can chew. He just went for a bit of a 1v1 there, and he didn't really realize that it was a 1v5 after all.
And you have to remember, this is not an Aldous that farmed. This is an Aldous that participated in the fights, okay? That's the thing about H2O's Aldous. This is not an Aldous whose right hand has been muscular just by being left on his room. But here, he is already into the party. He got the Angela to accompany him. Goes for the tower dive. Always on this combination. Chester, Glorious Pathway, stacking up third hits. And H2O will put the punch into Lancelot Thornrose. Doesn't matter. Legendary. Second legendary. That's gonna be a dead Hylos though. Still, it doesn't matter. The funnel is in H2WOO, and he's drowning the members of Sadistic Gods here in water.
If there was a way to know how much stacks does Aldo have this game, I'm guessing it's probably almost nearing 100.
Yes. Oh my God.
Probably at 100 stacks.
Indeed. Probably 100 stacks. I mean, if Kim Solis is watching this, she's gonna be very much in love. Ladies and gentlemen, the power of love for the side of H2O here. Totally inspired, ladies and gents, by Kim Solis.
And these are the storylines that you really want your players to get into. It just makes them strong. Love makes everyone strong.
Love makes everyone. Oh my God! When I mentioned Kim Solis, he got shut down.
He died. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
He died.
I mean, this game, guys, this game is starting to become one-sided. You need to find, when you're shoutcasting a game like this, when it's starting to become one-sided, you need to find where the true story lies. It's not really that boring. This is a story not of a scaling Aldous, but of the power of love for H2WOO And how-
and that is not the power of love. That is the power of being greedy in the middle of a turret. And MB doing the same thing as Renegade was. But the thing about this Uranus is, he's really tanky. He's not that easy to kill. Even with the turret there, I don't really think that Sadistic Gods has any capability of taking him down.
This is difficult. I mean, the tanks, man. I think tanks are 3 hits for H2O. I think 2 to 3 first kills, I think, for H2O side. Let's look at the damage. 3,188, ladies and gentlemen. 3,188 damage just on the first kill of that Aldous. That's it. That's it, lady.
That's almost all of the HPs right now. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
I don't know
That's
if this
literally
is a
one punch. That's literally one punch man right there.
So H2O is one.
I actually want to see. H2O's damage on the graph. Let's see.
Okay.
I just want to see.
And you have to give a lot of credits to Yawi. You have to give a lot of credits to Yawi. Yawi has been. If you think H2O is good, you really have to look at Yawi, because Yawi is making it possible for H2O to be this certain kind of carry that he can, he can just carry everyone onto his back. And if without the Angela, without his heart guard, I don't really think that this could have been possible, because it gave H2O the extra confidence to just go in.
You also have to give it to Chester. Actually, I mean, kidding aside, guys, you have to give it on how Chester sets it up. Of course, it's a given that the Angela, Yawi, will be using her ultimate towards H2O here. But the way they commit to these tower dives, again, if you are facing an Aldous, all you need to do is just get into the safety of your turret. But you are not safe anymore if your turret is targeting the wrong target, right? It's hitting the wrong target. And that is Chester for the most part, the Hylos. They really did it well when it comes to these tower dives. Here we go! Boo!
Shut down.
Oh my god. Dash, don't chase, bro. Don't chase.
I mean, it doesn't really put you in a good position. If you're inside the turret and it only takes one hit to kill you, it doesn't really give you the safety that you want.
Yep. Look at that. It's like the 1-inch punch right there. Look at that. Oh, there's the wall! I'm just curious about the damage of H2O. All you need to do is just look at H2O and observe if ever he will come close to a champion or not.
Let's check. I think Aldous is going for the Lord. I think Aldous is no, he's not gonna go for the Lord. And I wanna check how much damage can he do to the Lord alone.
Yes.
Because he has 15 kills on his belt, so that means that's all stack damage.
Yep. By the way, to those who are curious, yes, Sadistic Gods is a Filipino team, guys. We're still doing the commentaries here in English, but it is we have an all Filipino team here fighting. So here we go, H2O again with Angela, unstoppable, ladies and gentlemen. One hit, that's one hit, right? I think that's one hit. Onto dash, another one onto judge, ladies and gentlemen. 4K resolution on the punch. Triple kill, ladies and gentlemen.
Triple kill, one more. Patok! No!
Savage me, ladies and gentlemen. Double tag, and that is H2O. The power of love, ladies and gentlemen, towards Kim Solis, completely pulling off an Aldous funnel in this game number 2 as they take down Sadistic Gods and moves forward in this